21 reasons to fall in love with Turkey, and number 9 is Aydin.
Aydin from Aydin, a province that is located in the southwest of Turkey.
It is famous for its holiday resorts such as KUSADASI and also DIDIM, but what I think is even more interesting are the ancient cities like Nisa, Magnesia, DIDIM, APHRODISIA and so many more.
My Aydin road trip started in the east by visiting the APHRODISIAS ancient city. By the way, you get access to the details of the road trip by being a member of my YouTube channel. Thank you everybody for the support.
Merhaba.
Merhaba, hoş geldin.
APHRODISIAS Antikenti görmek istiyorum.
Tamam, 10 lira bir otopark ücretimiz var.
Tamam, teşekkürler.
Gezmeler.
Merhaba, çok tatlısın. Uy, kokuyorum biraz. I decided to go all the way to this beautiful place called the old ancient city of APHRODISIAS. This is one of the many cities that were built for the goddess Aphrodite, and let me tell you a few facts about this beauty. Aphrodite was the goddess of love, beauty and desire, so she was very powerful. She was immortal and probably the most beautiful of all the gods. Aphrodite caused a lot of trouble with her beauty. So she was married, but still she had endless affairs with almost all the gods, except for Zeus and someone else. And her most famous lover is probably Adonis, because he was a mortal young man. So with all these romances going on, Aphrodite had actually 17 children from 7 different men. Pretty crazy story. She also had a swan-drawn car which she used to glide seamlessly through the air. The ancient city of APHRODISIAS was built 500 BC, so 2,500 years ago. And the city, of course, developed more during the Roman Empire. It became an art center. There were many sculptures and ceremonies were held for the goddess of Aphrodite. The city of APHRODISIAS is very close to something like this. So this is the hammam, and people would basically come here to take a bath or simply for relaxation. So this place, the hammam, was very important for the social and cultural life. This is why there were also many sculptures around, and they really made sure that the decoration looked on fleek. The amphitheater of APHRODISIAS, a huge theater. It has a capacity for around 7,000 people, and this place was not only used for dramatic performances but also for public assemblies. So this was the meeting point of the city.
Also, I saw a sign that said if you harm any cultural property, then you will end up in prison.
Aydin has always been a likable city. Also, the Greek ancient historian Herodotus said a really nice thing about Aydin. Gökyüzünün altındaki en güzel yeryüzü, which means the most beautiful land under the sky. But that's not all. When I made my research, I found figs and history. The thing is, I'm extremely curious about Aydin because me as a foreigner, I didn't really hear about Aydin before. I heard of KUSADASI before, but Aydin, if someone told me about it, I wouldn't really know where this is on the map. I feel so embarrassed actually, but Aydin is a gem. It has extremely awesome places. Aydin is also a province that was famous for its productivity and fertility since ancient times. In Aydin province, figs are like the best known products. So I'm on my way now to find some really good figs.
Kimler gelmiş geçmiş sırlar var hep hiç çözülemeyen. Önden kalmış ne var acaba? Çok tebrikler bulup alana tam bir yap.
Ne? Teşekkürler. I'm now in a small city called NAZILI, and I heard they have really good figs here. Merhaba.
Merhaba, hoş geldiniz.
Hoş bulduk. Burada ne var?
Burada incir var. Aydın'ın inciri var. Biz
çok güzel.
Satıyoruz.
Aha.
Sarılop denilen Aydın'ın meşhur inciri. Deneyin.
Ben mi?
Evet.
Tamam.
Şöyle.
Wow. Çok ilginç.
Arasına
İncir
evet. Şöyle.
açıyorsun.
Evet.
Aa.
Arasına badem ve cevizi dolduruyoruz.
Badem
Hı.
ve incir beraber yiyorsunuz.
Evet.
Yok
Aynen
artık
öyle.
gerçekten.
Evet. Dene.
Nasıl yani?
Dene.
I've never seen something like this. Hepsi.
Evet.
Hepsi.
Evet. Hepsini atmak zorunda değilsiniz. Afiyet olsun.
Teşekkür Gerçekten yeni bir tadı benim için.
Afiyet olsun.
Günde kaç tane incir yiyorsun?
Günde en az birkaç tane yememiz gerekiyor. Yani en kötü ihtimalle 4-5 tane yemek gerekiyor. Çok faydalı çünkü yani faydaları saymak da bitmiyor. Yani ben de 2 tane 3 tane falan yiyorum.
Ve incir zamanın ne zaman?
İncir zamanı Ağustos-Eylül aylarında. Yani yeni geçti daha şu anda hatta toplanıyor.
Kolay gelsin.
Teşekkür ederiz.
Çok lezzetli gerçekten.
Afiyet
Çok
olsun.
teşekkürler. So these are some really good figs. If you want to try them, come to Nazilli to
Ege usulü.
Ege usulü. Ege usulü.
Bizi bulsunlar.
Ya çok zor adı benim için. Afiyet olsun. So I got all these figs and also the badem. Çok teşekkürler. Ben çok mutluyum gerçekten. Çok teşekkürler.
Afiyet olsun.
So I'm here at the Pide Salon Hukul in Yenipazar, and they are making the best pide in town. So many say actually that you should eat pide in Nazilli, but the best pide is actually in Yenipazar.
Evet.
Hepsi var burada.
Evet.
Ve hangi pide en güzel?
Hepsi de güzel. Peynirli,
Hepsi.
kıymalı, evet. Hepsi güzel.
Nasıl yani? Ama hangi en iyi? Nasılsınız?
İyi, teşekkür ederiz. Siz nasılsınız? Hoş geldiniz.
Teşekkürler, hoş bulduk. Yani pide tadı nasıl? Anlatabilir misiniz?
Güzel. Güzel ya, çok güzel.
Yenipazar'dayız ve burada en lezzetli pide var, değil mi?
Evet.
So Yenipazar is also a city slow city, so it's very quiet and calm here, and they actually encourage slow travel. So it's one of the very cute towns that you can actually visit and also eat the best pide. Welcome to Francis Food Review. Türkiye'nin en iyi pidesi.
Bizce Yenipazar.
Ha, tamam. Hazır mısınız?
Hazırız.
Hadi.
Afiyet olsun.
Afiyet olsun.
Tabağını alıp elle direkt yiyebilirsin. Hiç çatal bıçak uğraşmana
Bir
gerek yok.
saniye. Bu ne?
Bu peynirli yumurtalı.
Peynirli yumurtalı
Evet.
ve bu
peynirli, kapalı peynirli.
kapalı peynirli.
Kapalı peynirli.
Ve bu
Fırında pişmiş soğan ve domates.
ve bu kıymalı.
Evet.
Yuvarlak,
Kıymalı
meşhur
yuvarlak.
Oo. Çok güzel.
Limon
Tamam.
değil.
Aynen. Limon
Her
yerine
yerde
turunç
limon
kullanıyorlar.
veriyorlar.
Bundan da
Turunç.
bahsedebiliriz. Evet, limon yerine buradaki
Orange
pideciler
family.
afiyet olsun.
This pide has a very soft taste. So it tastes almost like an omelet. Omelet gibi. Evet, tamam.
Böyle.
Yok
Hop.
ya. Çok fazla. Gerçekten harika. So, in my opinion, it's definitely worth to go the extra miles to come to Yenipazar just for pide. It's really, really worth it. The special pide of Yenipazar, which is tahindi pide, and it's like a dessert, tatlı gibi. Yeah, you eat it after your pide. You have tahindi pide with kaymak on top, and we have some nuts. Okay. Strong tahini taste, of course. I love the combination with the kaymak. Makes it a little bit more softer.
Cennet gibi.
Evet.
Pide cennet.
Teşekkür
Cenneti.
ederiz.
Aydin is a province where so many different kind of people resided. The Phrygians, the Lydians, the ancient Romans, and of course the Seljuks and the Spartans. And Aydin actually was called Trelas, and further on the Seljuk Turks, they renamed it to Güzelhisar. I was actually looking for the Tralleis ruins. Why doesn't it work? I couldn't find the entrance. I just saw a military sign, and they actually told me that the Antique Canty is not open for the public since it has been like this for years now. So they told me to go to the archaeological museum instead. They said it's really worth it, so I'm going there to check it out now. I'm now at the Archaeological Museum of Aydin. It gives a really good overview of the history, and there's a lot to learn about the ancient times. The museum itself is really modern, and there are a lot of stone artifacts inside, also for free with the museum card, of course. Welcome to Francis Food Review. Teşekkürler. I found this place by accident, like super randomly, and I saw this from across the street and I was like, this looks nice, so I just came in here and I was like, oh, this is probably super expensive, but actually it's from the belediye and it's quite affordable. And I decided to stay here for 2 nights. And we have CÖKERTME kebabı. Bu Aydin için çok ünlü. I got patlıcan, some yogurt meze, biber. I have no idea why it's orange actually. And we have CÖKERTME kebab. They told me it's very good in Aydin. I'm a bit confused because potatoes or french fries, and on top of that is yogurt with meat cut in stripes. Interesting, wow. These are french fries, right?
I love patlıcan. So patlıcan is one of my favorite food in Turkey. I've never eaten this in Germany actually, so this is why I'm just so addicted to patlıcan now. I feel like I need to eat all the patlıcan that I've missed out in my previous life before I came to Turkey. Oh my god. This is just so delicious. I love patlıcan. I could eat it all day, all night long. I'm just confused with the biber. It's like, am I supposed to eat this? I'm really confused right now. There is like a yogurt dip next to it, so I assume that you have to eat it together, right? I seriously do not know it. Am I going to eat it like this? The biber has like no taste at all. Tastes a little bit like paper. It's great. I like it. So let's try the CÖKERTME kebab. Of course, it's kebab. Of course it tastes good. I would never expect to eat bread with kebab or even like french fries with kebab or whatever this is, like potatoes. It just doesn't make sense in my mind, so I'm a bit skeptical about this concept. The meat tastes very good and I love kebab in combination with yogurt. So whenever you put yogurt on kebab, I don't think like anything can go wrong. I would have never thought that this kind of kebab exists. How is it possible? Wow! I want to be honest with you. The taste of the CÖKERTME kebab is definitely a 10 out of 10. But because this is just a very unusual concept for me, I don't think I would ever prefer this over the usual kebab. You know, like Adana kebab or Ali Nazik kebab. Like these, I would prefer those. But definitely, if you are around Aydin or also Bodrum, then you should not miss out on the CÖKERTME kebab for an unforgettable experience. Afiyet olsun.
I'm at the antique city of Magnesia, which is an old settlement from 500 BC. This is just one of the many antique cities in Aydin. When you enter these archaeological sites, it feels like entering a different world. And this is why I love visiting these places. Of course, it's not always like, wow, super interesting, but being here and even learning just a little bit about history, I think is totally worth it. Yeah, anyways, I'm talking too much. Let's actually
explore.
Just don't let me down. I'm begging you.
I think I have a problem because Limon is out of gas. There won't be a gas station for the next 50 kilometers. I'm like trapped on the highway. I just saw a sign that there will be a gas station in 6 kilometers. Yeah. It's not a lot, you might think, but it's a lot for Limon. 6 kilometers. I can see it. I swear it's probably the last liter of gas in this car. Merhaba. Otogas alabilir miyim? So, KUSADASI, the most famous resort town in Aydin, and actually it used to be part of Izmir province, but later in 1957 it actually transferred to become part of Aydin. Let me show you the hotel where I'm staying because it's just stunning. It's probably the most beautiful hotel room that I've ever stayed in. They have so many historical artifacts, it feels like living in a museum. Here, for example, we have a picture of the mother of Sultan Ahmed. And also here we have like a dress, like a costume from one of the servants of the harem. Here's like a chill out sitting area, and when I got in, I was so surprised because they actually printed a picture of me and put it here. It's the sweetest welcome I ever experienced in my entire life. The seaside in KUSADASI is really stunning. There are a lot of beautiful beaches. The name KUSADASI comes actually from the word kush, which means bird, and ada, which means island, because from above KUSADASI actually looks like the head of a bird. KUSADASI has not always had the name of KUSADASI. It actually was named Ephesus Neapolis during the Byzantine time. And later it was also known as Scala Nova. So from KUSADASI there is a super beautiful view to the Güvercinada, which is an island that is connected to KUSADASI. This island, Güvercinada, actually means Pigeon's Island. So there is a castle on top of it, but also lots of beaches and cafes on this island. Here we have the Caravanserai, which is probably the biggest site in KUSADASI. It's free to enter, so let's go. So the Caravanserai was built by Okus Mehmet Pasha Caravanserai in 1618. It was actually used as a trading place. So people would come here to sell, for example, their figs, and from here it would be exported to other places or to other provinces. The Caravanserai is a beautiful Ottoman architectural style. In modern times it used to be a hotel, so you can still see the hotel rooms and the numbers, but today it's actually abandoned. There's nothing going on here anymore except for a paid toilet for 2 liras, and there's some security here. So let's check out if we can actually go inside. Ooh. What? Oh my god. Look at all this. Look at the place. Crazy. Okay, let's go. Here's the Balık Pazarı, so you can buy super fresh fish here, or if you prefer to just eat and enjoy, there are a lot of restaurants around here.
Kendin gibi sarı yapmış. Temassız mı?
Evet.
O da mı sarı? Allah'ım yarabbim.
Nasıl?
O da sarı.
Evet, hepsi sarı. Benim favorim rengi. Rengi. Teşekkürler.
Yemekleri de sarı mı bari?
Evet, hepsi sarı. Let's go to the ladies' beach.
Despite some crazy drivers, I really enjoyed driving in Aydin, especially around the Dilek National Park. It was green everywhere, there was a sea view and the roads were pretty good. This is the historical city Priene. It's just so different than all the others because this was a religious and also cultural center. There was a sanctuary here where you can see the remainings behind me, but also an amphitheater where they played dramas and of course the Temple of Athena. The first settlers in this city were actually the Ionians in the 11th century BC, and later on it was also financially supported by Alexander the Great. Merhaba. Kamp yapmak istiyorum.
Tamam.
So just arrived at the Tafşan Tabiat Park. It's possible to spend the night here. It looks super peaceful. Welcome to the Rabbit Forest National Park here in Aydin. An amazing camping area. There are actually a lot of tents around here and other people camping. It's a super cool feeling. No party people. These are like really chill people, which I actually prefer. Gonna stay the night here before I'm going to DIDIM tomorrow.
Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desire.
Yani az Türkçe biliyorum ama deniyorum yani.
Ama öğrenmişsiniz bayağı.
Evet. Peinlich. I'm super hungry, so I'm trying to find a good kahvaltı in DIDIM now, because DIDIM is also beautiful. Merhaba. Kahvaltı yemek istiyorum.
Tamam.
Tamam. Günaydın. My last stop is the coastal town of DIDIM, which is known for its soft sands and also beautiful beaches. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there are a lot of yachts here. I decided to come to the coast to have some breakfast. In DIDIM, there's also the antique city of Didimar. There you can find the old temple of Apollo. I want to visit this place, but first I'm going to have a really good breakfast. So the historical city of Didimar dates back to the Hellenistic period, and what's so special about this site is that it was a very holy sanctuary. Also, the antique city of Didimar was and is still spiritually connected to the antique cant of Miletus, which is just 50 kilometers away from here. The sanctuary of Didimar includes the old temple of Apollo, which is one of the largest Apollo temples of the ancient world. This temple is 120 meters long and around 25 meters high. But this temple was not only built to worship the god of Apollo, but also other gods. They had their own separate space here. And there also used to be the figures of Medusa on top of the temple to prevent harm getting inside the temple. It's really stunning sight. I think one of the most impressive temples that I've ever visited in Turkey. The columns, they're still standing here. They are huge and it's a completely different kind of temple than what I've seen in other places so far. On the back side of the temple, there's an open courtyard, and here is actually the place of the oracle spring. It used to appear and magically disappear as a result of earthquakes, but back in the day they believed that this reflected the mood of the gods. The courtyard was protected by huge walls, and these walls were actually 3 times higher than what we can see today.
Also, the famous traveler Evliya Çelebi only said good things about Aydin. Dağlarından yağ, ovalarından bal akar, which basically means that oil flows from its mountains and honey from its plains. And even now, centuries later, Aydin is one of the calm Asian cities where people plan on to retire and settle down. I would like to do that.
That's it from Aydin. See you next time.